Word to your mother, my name's Steve, this channel is Frags Twitches. Thanks for tuning in, it's appreciated. Today I am seeing if the hype is real on this. This is pocketsense.co.uk, their brand new original creation. So they normally do clones, but this is an original creation called Purple Gourmand. This has had a lot of hype in the UK FragCom at least. Tony at Fragdicted loved this fragrance. I think he said it was probably the best release this year, or the best fragrance he's tried this year. Nick at Talk and Review actually featured this in our collaboration video for spring fragrances. Who else? Loads of people have. Kevin at Mersey Sense has kind of raved about this. Loads of people have just said how good this fragrance is. So I really want to see if the hype is real, and I'm excited to try this. Now, what I must declare is Matt sent me this bottle free of charge. So, can you trust me? I don't know. If you be the judge of that. I'm a dodgy character. I've done a lot of wrong shit in my life, so I'm more than likely just going to lie about if this fragrance is good. All jokes aside, I've tested quite a few Pocket Sense fragrances in the past on the channel, and I've always been impressed with the quality, and the customer service from Matt is second to none. But not all of them I've said that I would buy. There's been a few that I just said are not my cup of tea, or I personally wouldn't buy, which should be the case for everybody because it's subjective. You're not going to like everything, and Matt totally gets that. Which is another reason why he's kind of so good to kind of ask questions and work with, and he'll send you stuff to try because he just loves honest feedback, so he knows that's what he's going to get from me. Anyway, let's get on with this because I'm really excited to try this fragrance. Now, as the name suggests, it's called Purple Gourmand, and it is a gourmand fragrance if you don't already know. It's got the notes written on the bottle, which makes my life nice and easy. So there's coffee, pear, jasmine, caramel and ambergris. So this is a gourmand fragrance. So I'm not the biggest gourmand fan, though I do enjoy some sweet fragrances. So I'm excited to try this. Now, I've not smelt this, but what I did do is when this arrived, I actually, out of curiosity, I got the wife to take the cap off and smell the nozzle in just to see what her reaction was. And she smelt it and said, wow, I would love to eat that, but I wouldn't want you to smell of it. So that was kind of her initial reaction. So let's see what I think to this. I'm really excited. I'm tempted to smell the nozzle, but I'm not. I'm going to wait until I get it on skin. I need to make sure I've got a clear arm. Here we go. Oh, I'm already getting some smells of that. Oh, I'm just gonna give it a moment. Give it a moment. Oh, it's like teasing me. I'm just building up for the. Oh, that is delicious. Is probably the best word to describe it. Now, there is coffee in this, which I don't think it actually, yeah, it does say coffee. Now, I'm not a coffee drinker. I'm not a big fan. I don't like the smell of coffee. I don't drink coffee. My wife does. She's a big coffee fan. She's got a proper posh coffee machine that I bought her for Christmas or whatever. So that's the only note that really concerns me with this. Now, I think I can get some coffee in there, but it's not too prominent. It's definitely very sweet and caramelly, but it's not actually like sickly, which sounds contradictory, but sounds like an oxymoron really, but God, that is one of those fragrances it's really yummy and delicious. Like really. Now I am trying to think if I would want to smell of this, because I had this kind of battle with even Rich Warm Addictive from Zara. The honey in that, I love the smell of it, it's delicious, and it did take me a while to think, do I want to smell of it? But it just worked so well when I kind of went for a sort of autumnal walk one time. It was really quite cold and we were wrapped up and through the forest, and that sort of converted me. Now, this is lovely. The sweetness is subsiding slightly now. It's still remaining sweet, but it's not as sweet as that initial blast. Now, you think it's going to be really uber sweet, but it's got some slight lightness to it. So the the jasmine, I assume, because there's a slight kind of floral kind of nature that's just giving it a sort of lighter touch, that's kind of lifting it a little bit. It might be the sort of the pear as well that's kind of just giving it a little bit of lightness rather than full on kind of caramel, sickly sweet gourmand. But it's working really well. I'm just trying to think if it's like where it sits. Like Nick on Talk and Review put this in his spring list. Now, I think it is light enough. It's got some lovely sweetness to it, and it is light enough that you could wear it in spring. And I think you could get it probably in autumn and winter as well. It's interesting because it's extract de parfum concentration, so it's really concentrated, and I think that's probably works in the fragrances for kind of favour really, because if this was an EDT and it was a lot light and brought more pop, it might be a bit kind of too much, because it might project quite a lot and actually almost be. But the fact that it's an extract de parfum probably means it's going to wear a bit closer and not be as full on and in your face and overbearing to some people. But I mean, that is really fucking good. Fair play. The hype is real. Yeah. If you like gourmand fragrances, get this. For £40 for 50ml of extract de parfum, this is absolutely cracking. It'd be interesting to see what it feels like in the dry down. It's like, so there is ambergris in there, and it is got this nice, so the initial sweetness is died down a little bit. It's still sweet, but it was never too sickly at the start, but it was more prominent, and the sweetness is slowly starting to kind of dissipate a little bit. So it's got some nice sweetness. The jasmine in there is giving it a nice kind of, and maybe, I'm not actually getting a pear accord, I would say, but I don't know if the pear is in there lifting it, kind of just giving it a little bit of a lift, because I'm not really getting too much pear, but I am getting like a slight floral nature, probably from the jasmine. And there's a nice softness and kind of smoothness to it, which could be the ambergris, but obviously I'm just getting the first impressions here, and that's in the base, so it could be the ambergris that's giving this nice sort of soft smoothness to it. But I think this is an absolute banger. If you like gourmand fragrances, get this. That's my advice. Fair play. The hype is real. Yeah, that's all I can say. If you're not into gourmands, it might not be your vibe, but as I say, I need to emphasise that it's not sickly sweet. I thought it could be. I thought it might be a bit overbearing, but it's really well blended, and they've done a really good job of making that not too much. It's just there, it's noticeable, the caramel and the sweetness, but it's not too much. Fucking hell. Well done, Matt. The hype is real, people. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned. Do subscribe if you haven't already done so, and I will see you for the next video. Take care and much love.